Is Brother Ben here? Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister. And Ben tells them about the minister.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. I would like to greet you all with the greeting words of peace. We said in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. And man, listen, we got 5 days left, family. We got 5 days left, family. Press number 1 if you would like to be one of our readers. Press the number 1 if you would like to be one of our readers. Before we get started, man, it was on my spirit this morning to share with us, man, that if you have been here consistently, I want you to understand and realize that this is a sign that it is possible for you to be consistent with other things that you've been wanting to accomplish in your life. Let this be a sign. Let this be a habit that you have acquired over the last 30 days. Now, they say it takes about 21 days to break a habit and all that good stuff, but or make a habit. So I want you to analyze yourself. Look at yourself and say, wow, I have gotten up early in the morning. Not only have I gotten up early in the morning, I got up to read. I got up to do something productive for my life. So after Ramadan, don't let this just be a ritual that you do during Ramadan. And when Ramadan is over, you put it back down. If you're not used to getting up early in the morning, but you're getting up for Ramadan, praise be to Allah, good. But the same love we have for the God to get up in the morning and do Ramadan and follow the ritual, let's make sure we have that love for self. If I got to get up in the morning after Ramadan, I may not be reading something, but can I take that same time, extra time that I have, because I got up earlier than I'm used to, and work out? Or can I continue to read? It may not be the Quran. It may be something that I'm weak in, and I get up in the morning and I'm reading that. You know? So I just want us to keep up this consistency after Ramadan. Keep up this discipline that you're acquiring after Ramadan. So, man, I'm proud of you, man, if you've been here. And even if you haven't been here, if you took a few days off, man, and you was like, I'm tired, and hey, you're still here. You're still here. There's some people that fell off completely. But you back again after a week or a couple of days. So you still fighting. You still here. So, man, the same way you haven't given up on yourself during Ramadan, don't give up on yourself in life. The same way we can be disciplined and say, I want to eat, goddamn. I want to eat. Oh, I know them. And then when they get to that last end, almost time to break, that's where the devil creep in. The devil began to say, well, brother, it's only, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? You might well go on and break. Ain't nothing to it. Oh, you only got an hour. I mean, what's an hour? You know them thoughts get to coming, man. Y'all know them thoughts get to coming. Come on now. But you resist them thoughts, man. You said, no, I'm gonna wait. Come on now. I'm gonna give you one of my thoughts. I'm gonna be real with you. One of them days, I ain't broke yet now. I ain't gonna even say yet. I ain't broke. But the thought done came, man. Let me go find me a homeless man. I'm finna go on, break this bad boy. I'm gonna find me somebody homeless and make mine up. Come on now. But you stay strong. So those are the similar thoughts that's gonna take place when you wanna develop yourself, working out, building your business, doing, you know what I mean? So just keep that same thought process and discipline to just fight. for the betterment of your body, the betterment of your mind, the betterment of yourself. So let this just be an example of what you're able to do within these 30 days for the rest of the year to make our life better. Okay? So I just want to share that. All right, man, let's go. We on part number 25. Somebody said me yesterday. Boy, that temptation get you, boy. I mean, ooh, boy, you be want some water, boy. I want something to eat, little fruit, little mango. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. All right, here. Woo, boy, them thoughts getting it. Boy, them thoughts is ain't no joke, boy, during Ramadan, is it, man? Golly, them thoughts get that deceptive intelligence, boy, creep up on you. Ooh-wee. All right, we on part number 25, y'all. There it is. We got our readers. We're on part number 25. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Here we are. Okay, part number 25. Ayat number 47. To him is referred the knowledge of the hour, and no fruit comes forth from its coverings, nor does a female bear or bring forth but with his knowledge. And on the day when he calls out to them, where are my associates? They will say, we declare to thee, not one of us can bear witness. And those whom they call upon before will fail them, and they will know that they cannot escape. Man tires not of praying for good, but if evil touch him, he is despairing, hopeless. And if we make him taste mercy from us, after distress has touched him, he says, this is due to me. And I think not that the hour will come to pass. And if I sent back to my Lord, I shall have sure good with him. So we shall certainly inform those who disbelieve of what they do, and we shall make them taste of hard chastisement. And when we show favor to man, he turns away and withdraws himself. But when evil touches him, he is full of lengthy supplications. Say, see you, if it is from Allah, then you disbelieve in it, who is in greater error than he who is in opposition, far away? We will soon show them our signs in farthest regions and among their own people, until it is quite clear to them that it is the truth. Is it not enough that thy Lord is a witness over all things? Now surely they are in doubt as to the meeting with their Lord. Lo, he surely encompasses all things. Chapter 42, the counsel. Section 1, divine mercy in giving warning. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Beneficent God, knowing, hearing, powerful God. Thus does Allah the mighty, the wise, reveal to thee, and he revealed to those before thee. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and he is the high, the great. The heavens may almost be rent asunder above them, while the angels celebrate the praise of their Lord and ask forgiveness for those on earth. Now surely Allah is the forgiving, the merciful. And those who take protectors besides him, Allah watches over them, and thou hast not charge over them. And thus have we revealed to thee an Arabic Quran, that thou mayest warn the mother town and those around it, and give warning of the day of gathering, wherein is no doubt. A party will be in the garden, and another party in the burning fire. And if Allah had pleased, he would surely have made them a single nation, but he admits whom he pleases to his mercy, and the wrongdoers have no protector nor helper. Or have they taken protectors besides him? But Allah is the protector, and he gives life to the dead, and he is possessor of power over all things. Section 2, judgment is given. And in whatever you differ, the judgment thereof is with Allah. That is Allah, the Lord. On him I rely, and to him I turn, the originator of the heavens and the earth. He has made for you pairs from among yourselves, and pairs of the cattle too, multiplying you thereby. Nothing is like him, and he is the hearing, the seeing. His are the treasures of the heavens and the earth. He amplifies and straightens subsistence, for whom he pleases. Surely he is knower of all things. He has made plain to you the religion which he enjoined upon Noah, and which he hath revealed to thee, and which we enjoin on Abraham and Moses and Jesus, to establish religion and not to be divided therein. Hard for the polytheists is that to which thou callest them. Allah chooses for himself whom he pleases, and guides to himself him who turns to him. And they were not divided until after knowledge had come to them, out of envy among themselves. And had not a word gone forth from thy Lord for an appointed term, the matter would surely have been judged between them. And those who were made to inherit the book after them are surely in disquieting doubt about it. To this then go on inviting, and be steadfast as thou art commanded, and follow not their low desires, and say, I believe in what Allah has revealed of the book, and I am commanded to do justice between you. Allah is our Lord and your Lord. For us are our deeds, and for you your deeds. There is no contention between us and you. Allah will gather us together, and to him is the eventual coming. And those who dispute about Allah after obedience has been rendered to him, their plea is null with their Lord, and upon them is wrath, and for them is severe chastisement. Allah is he who revealed the book with truth and the balance, and what will make thee know that perhaps the hour is nigh. Those who believe not in it would hasten it on, and those who believe are in fear from it, and they know that it is the truth. Now surely those who dispute concerning the hour are far astray. Allah is benignant to his servants. He gives sustenance to whom he pleases, and he is the strong, the mighty. Sister Tornisa.
Section 3. Allah's dealing is just. Whoso desires the tilth of the hereafter, we give him increase in his tilth. And whoso desires the tilth of this world, we give him thereof, and he has no portion in the hereafter. Or have they associated who have prescribed for them any religion that Allah does not sanction? And were it not for the word of judgment, it would have been decided between them. And surely for the wrongdoers is a painful chastisement. Those seest the unjust fearing on account of what they have earned, and it must be felt for them. And those who believe and do good are in the meadows of the gardens. They have what they please with their Lord. That is the great grace. This it is of Allah, of which Allah gives the good news to his servants, who believe and do good. Say, I ask of you naught in return for it, but love for relatives. And whoever earns good, we give him more of good therein. Surely Allah is forgiving, graceful. Or say they, he has forged a lie against Allah? So, if Allah please, he would seal thy heart against them. And Allah blots out the falsehood and confirms the truth with his words. Surely he is knower what is in the breast. And he it is who accepts repentance from his servants and pardons evil deeds, and he knows what you do. And he answers those who believe and do good deeds, and gives them more out of his grace. and for the disbelievers is a severe chastisement. And if Allah were to amplify the provisions for his servants, they will rebel in the earth. But he sends it down by measure, as he pleases. Surely he is aware, seer of his servants. And he it is who sends down the rain after they have despaired, and he unfolds his mercy, and he is the friend, the praised one. And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and what he has spread forth in both of them of living beings. And he is all powerful to gather them together when he will. Section 4, believers should be patient. And whatever misfortune befalls you, it is on account of what your hands have wrought. He pardons much, and you cannot escape in the earth, and besides Allah, you have no protector nor helper. And of his signs are the ships, like mountains on the sea. If he will, he stills the wind so that they lie motionless on his back. Surely there are signs in this for every patient, grateful one. Or he causes them to perish for what they have earned, and he pardons much. And that those who dispute about our messages may know there is no refuge for them. So whatever you are given is but a provision of this world's life, and that which Allah has is better and more lasting for those who believe and rely on their Lord. And those who shun the great sins and indecencies, and whenever they are angry, they forgive. And those who respond to their Lord and keep up prayer, and whose affairs are decided by counsel among themselves, and who spend out of what we have given them. And those who, when great wrongs affects them, defend themselves. And the recompense of evil is punishment like it. But whoever forgives and amends, his reward is with Allah. Surely he loves the wrongdoers. Surely he loves not the wrongdoers. And whoever defends himself after his being oppressed, these it is against whom there is no way of blame. The way of blame is only against those who oppress men and revolt in the earth unjustly. For such there is a painful chastisement. And whoever is patient and forgives, that surely is an affair of great resolution.
Brother Javar.
Section 5, Revelation God's right. And he whom Allah leaves in error has no friend after him. And thou wilt see the iniquitous when they see the chastisement, saying, is there any way of return? And thou wilt see them brought before it, humbling themselves because of abasement, looking with a faint glance. And those who believe will say, surely the losers are they who lose themselves and their followers on the resurrection day. Now surely the iniquitous are in lasting chastisement, and they will have no friends to help them besides Allah. And he whom Allah leaves in error cannot find a way. Hearken to your Lord before there comes from Allah the day which there is no averting. You will have no refuge on that day, nor will it be yours to make a denial. But if they turn away, we have not sent thee as a watcher over them. Thy duty is only to deliver the message. And surely when we make man taste mercy from us, he rejoices through, and an evil afflicts them on account of what their hands have sent before. Then surely man is ungrateful. Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He creates what he pleases. He grants females to whom he pleases, and grants males to whom he pleases. Or he grants them both males and females, and he makes whom he pleases barren. Surely he is knower, powerful, and it is not vouchsafed to a mortal that Allah should speak to him, except by revelation, or from behind the veil, or by sending a messenger and revealing by his permission what he pleases. Surely he is high, wise. And thus did we reveal to thee an inspired book by our command. Thou knewest not what the book was, nor what faith was, but we made it a light, guiding thereby whom we please of our servants. And surely thou guidest to the right path. The path of Allah, to whom belongs whatsoever is in the heavens and whatsoever is in the earth. Now surely to Allah do all affairs eventually come. Chapter 43, Gold. Section 1, Revelation is a divine favor. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Beneficent God, by the book that makes manifest. Surely we have made it in the Arabic Quran that you may understand, and it is in the original of the book with us, truly elevated, full of wisdom. Shall we then turn away the reminder from you altogether because you are a prodigal people? And how many a prophet did we send among the ancients? And no prophet came to them, but they mocked him. Then we destroyed those stronger than these in prowess. And the example of the ancients has gone before. And if thou ask, who created the heavens and the earth? They would say, the mighty, the knowing one has created them. Who made the earth a resting place for you, and made it in ways for you that you might go aright? And who sends down water from the cloud according to a measure? Then we raise to life thereby a dead land. Even so will you be brought forth. And who created pairs of all things, and made for you ships and cattle on which you ride, that you may sit firm on their backs. Then remember the favor of your Lord, when you are firmly seated thereon, and say, glory be to him, who made the subservient to us, and we were not able to do it. And surely to our Lord we must return. And they assigned to him a part of his servants. Man, to be sure, is clearly ungrateful.
Sister Ebony.
Section 2, Polytheism Condemned. Or has he taken daughters to himself of what he creates and chosen you to have sons? And when one of them is given news of that of which he sets up a likeness for the beneficent, his face becomes black and he is full of rage. Is one decked with ornaments and unable to make plain speech in disputes a partner with God? And they make the angels, who are servants of the beneficent, females. Did they witness their creation? Their evidence will be recorded, and they will be questioned. And they say, if the beneficent had pleased, we should not have worshipped them. They have no knowledge of this. They only lie. Or have we given them a book before it so that they hold fast to it? Nay, they say, we found our fathers on a course, and surely we are guided by their footsteps. And thus we sent not before thee a warner in a town, but its wealthy ones said, surely we found our fathers following a religion, and we follow their footsteps. The warner said, and if I bring you a better guide than that, if we bring you a better guide than that which you found your fathers following, they said, we surely disbelieve in that which you are sent. So we exacted retribution. So we exacted retribution for them. Then see what was the end of the rejectors. Section 3, Allah's choice of a prophet. And when Abraham said to his sire and his people, I am clear of what you worship. Save him who created me, for surely he will guide me. And he made it a word to continue in his posterity, and they might return. Nay, I let these and their fathers enjoy till there came to them the truth and a messenger making manifest. And when the truth came to them, they said, this is enchantment, and surely we are disbelievers in it. And they say, why was not this Quran revealed to a man of importance in the two towns? Do they apportion the mercy of thy Lord? We portion out among them their livelihood in the life of this world, and we exalt some of them above others in rank, that some of them may take others in service. And the mercy of thy Lord is better than that which they amass. And were it not that all people would become one disbelieving community, we would provide for those who disbelieve in the beneficent roofs of silver for their houses and stairs of silver by which they ascend. and of silver the doors of their houses, and the couches on which they recline, and of gold, and all this is not but a provision of this world's life, and the hereafter is with the Lord only for the dutiful.
Sister Kenyatta.
Section 4. Opposition to truth is punished. And whoever turns himself away from the remembrance of the beneficent, we appoint for him a devil, so he is his associate. And surely they hinder them from the right path, and they think that they are guided aright. Until when he comes to us, he says, "Oh, would that between me and thee there were the distance of the east and the west. So evil is the associate. And as you did wrong, it will profit you not this day that you are sharers in the chastisement. Canst thou then make the deaf to hear, or guide the blind and him who is in clear error? So if we take thee away, still we shall exact retribution from them, or we shall show thee that which we promised them. Surely we are possessors of power over them. So hold fast to that which has been revealed to thee. Surely thou art on the right path. And surely it is a reminder for thee and thy people, and you will be questioned. And ask those of our messengers whom we sent before thee, did we ever appoint gods to be worshipped besides the beneficent? Section 5. Pharaoh's opposition to Moses. And truly we sent Moses with our messages to Pharaoh and his chiefs. So he said, I am the messenger of the Lord of the worlds. But when he brought them our signs, lo, they laughed at them. And we showed them not a sign, but it was greater than its fellow. And we seized them with chastisement that they might turn. And they said, O enchanter, call on thy Lord for us, as he has made the covenant with thee. We shall surely follow guidance. But when we removed from them the chastisement, lo, they broke the pledge. And Pharaoh proclaimed amongst his people, saying, O my people, is not the kingdom of Egypt mine, and these rivers flowing beneath me? Do you not see? Rather, I am better than this fellow who is contemptible and can hardly express himself clearly. Why, then, have bracelets of gold not been bestowed on him, or angels come along with him in procession? So he incited his people to levity, and they obeyed him. Surely they were a transgressing people. Then, when they displeased us, we exacted retribution from them. So we drowned them all together. And we made them a thing past and an example for later generations.
Sister Yolanda.
Section 6, Jesus as prophet. And when the Son of Mary is mentioned as an example, lo, thy people raise a clamor threat. And they say, are our gods better, or is he? They set it forth to thee only by way of disputation. Nay, they are a contentious people. He was not but a servant on whom we bestowed favor, and we made him an example for the children of Israel. And if we pleased, we could make among you angels to be our vicegerents in the land. And this revelation is surely knowledge of the hour. So have no doubt about it and follow me. This is the right path. And let not the devil hinder you. Surely he is your open enemy. And when Jesus came with clear arguments, he said, I have come to you indeed with wisdom, and to make clear to you some of that about which you differ. So keep your duty to Allah and obey me. Surely Allah is Lord and your Lord, so serve him. This is the right path. But parties among them differed, so woe to those who did wrong, for the chastisement of a painful day. Wait they for aught but the hour, that it should come on them all of a sudden, while they perceive not. Friends on that day will be foes one to another, except those who keep their duty. Section 7, the two parties. O my servants, there is no fear for you this day, nor will you grieve. Those who believe in our messages and submit it to us, either the garden, you and your wives being made happy, sent around to them are golden bowls and drinking cups, and therein is that which their souls yearn for, and the eyes delight in, and therein you will abide. And this is the garden which you are made to inherit on account of what you did. And this for you therein is abundant fruit to eat thereof. Surely the guilty will abide in the chastisement of hell. It is not abated for them, and they will therein despair. And we wronged them not, but they were themselves the wrongdoers. And they cry, O Malik, let thy Lord make an end of us. They will say, you shall stay here. Certainly we bring the truth to you, but most of you are adverse to the truth. Or have they settled an affair? But it is we who settle affairs. Or do they think that we hear not their secrets and their private counsels? And our messengers with them write down. Say, the beneficent has no son, so I am the foremost of those who serve God. Glory to the Lord of the heavens and the earth, the Lord of the throne of power, from what they describe. So let them talk and sport until they meet their day, which they are promised. And he it is who is God in the heavens and God in the earth. And he is the wise, known. And blessed is he who's in the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and all between them. And with him is the knowledge of the hour. And to him you will be returned. And those whom they call upon besides him control not intercession, but he who bears witness to the truth, and they know him. And if thou wert to work them who created them, they would say, Allah, how are they then turned back? And his cry, O my Lord, these are a people who believed not. So turn away from them and say, peace. They will soon come to know.
Brother Anthony?
Yes, sir. Okay. Surah 44. Surah 44, the drought. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, beneficent God, by the book that makes manifest, we revealed it on a blessed night. Truly, we are ever warning. Therein is made clear every affair full of wisdom. A command from us. Truly, we are ever sending messengers. A mercy from thy Lord. Truly, he is the hearing, the knowing, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them, if you would be sure. There is no God but he. He gives life and causes death. Your Lord and the Lord of your fathers of yore, nay, in doubt they sport. So wait for the day when the heavens brings a clear drought, enveloping men. This is a painful chastisement. Our Lord, remove from us the chastisement. Surely we are believers. When will they be reminded? And as messengers has indeed come, making clear, yet they turn away from him and said, one taught by others, a madman. We shall remove the chastisement a little, but you will surely return to evil. On the day when we seize them with the most violent seizing, surely we shall exact retribution. And certainly we tried before them Pharaoh's people, and a noble messenger came to them, saying, deliver to me the servants of Allah. Surely I am a faithful messenger to you. And exalt not yourselves against Allah. Surely I bring to you a clear authority. And I take refuge from my Lord and your Lord, lest you stone me to death. And if you believe not in me, leave me alone. Then he called upon his Lord. These are guilty people. So go forth with my servants by night. Surely you will be pursued, and leave the sea behind calm. Surely they are a host to be drowned. How many of the gardens and springs they left behind, and cornfields and noble places, and goodly things wherein they rejoiced. Thus it was, and we made other people inherit them. So the heaven and the earth wept not for them, nor were they respited. Section 2, good and evil rewarded. And we indeed delivered the children of Israel from the abasing chastisement, from Pharaoh. Surely he was haughty, prodigal, and certainly we chose them above the nations, having knowledge, and we gave them signs wherein was clear blessings. These do indeed say, there is not but our first death, and we shall not be raised again. So bring our fathers back, if you are truthful. And are they better, or the people of Tuba and those before them? We destroyed them, for surely they were guilty. And we did not create the heavens and the earth and that which is between them in sport. We created them not, but with truth, but most of them know not. Surely the day of decision is the term for them all, the day when friend will avail friend in naught, nor will they be helped, save those on whom Allah has mercy. Surely he is the mighty, the merciful.
Sister Gina.
Ramadan Mubarak, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Section 3, good and evil rewarded. Surely the tree of Zaqqum is the food of the sinful. Like molten brass, it seeth in their eyes, in their bellies. Like boiling water, seize him, then drag him into the midst of hell. Then pour on his head of the torment of boiling water. Taste, thou art, forsooth, the mighty, the honorable. Surely this is what you doubted. Those who keep their duty are indeed in a secure place. in gardens and springs, wearing fine and thick silk, facing one another. Thus shall it be, and we shall join them to pure, beautiful ones. They call therein for every fruit in security. They taste not therein death, except the first death, and he will save them from the chastisement of hell. A grace from thy Lord. This is the great achievement. So we have made it easy in thy tongue that they may mind. Wait then, surely wait then, surely they too are waiting. Chapter 45, the kneeling. Section 1, denial of revelation. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Beneficent God, the revelation of the book is from Allah, the Mighty, the Wise. Surely in the heavens and the earth are signs for believers. And in your creation and in the animals he spreads abroad are signs for a people who are sure. And in the variation of the night and the day, and in the substance which Allah sends down from the heaven, then gives life thereby to the earth after its death, and in the changing of the winds are signs for people who understand. These are the messages of Allah, which we recite to thee with truth. In what announcement will they then believe after Allah and his signs? Woe to every sinful liar who hears the message of Allah recited to him, then persists in haughtiness, as though he had not heard them. So announce to him a painful chastisement. And when he comes to know of any of our messages, he takes them for a jest. For such is an abasing chastisement. In front of them is hell, and that which they have earned will avail them naught, nor those whom they take for protectors besides Allah, and for them is a grievous chastisement. This is guidance, and those who disbelieve in the messages of their Lord, for them is a painful chastisement of an evil kind.
Section 2, Truth of the Revelation. Allah is he who made subservient to you the sea, that the ships may glide therein by his command, and that you may seek of his grace, and that you may give thanks. And he has made subservient to you whatsoever is in the heavens and whatsoever is in the earth, all from himself. Surely there are signs in this for a people who reflect. Tell those who believe to forgive those who fear not the days of Allah, that he may reward a people for what they earn. Whoever does good, it is for himself, and whoever does evil, it is against himself. Then to your Lord you will be brought back. And certainly we gave the children of Israel the book and judgment and prophethood, and provided them with good things, and made them excel the nations. And we gave them clear arguments in the affair. So they differed not until after knowledge had come to them, out of envy among themselves. Surely thy Lord will judge between them on the day of resurrection, concerning that wherein they differed. Then we made thee follow a course in the affair, so follow it, and follow not the low desires of those who know not. Surely they can avail thee not against Allah, and surely the wrongdoers are friends of each other, and Allah is the friend of the dutiful. These are clear proofs for men, and a guidance and a mercy for a people who are sure. Or does those who do evil deeds think that we shall make them as those who believe and do good, their life and their death being equal? Evil is what they judge. Section 3, Denial of Judgment. And Allah created the heavens and the earth with truth, and that every soul may be rewarded for what it has earned, and they will not be wronged. Seest thou him who takes his desire for his God, and Allah leaves him in error knowingly, and seals his hearing and his heart, and puts a covering on his sight? Who can then guide him after Allah? Will you not mind? And they say, there is not but our life of the world. We die and we live, and nothing destroys us but time. And they have no knowledge of that, they only conjecture. And when our clear messengers are recited to them, their only argument is that they say, bring back our fathers if you are truthful. Say, Allah gives you life, then makes you die. Then he gather you to the day of resurrection, there wherein is no doubt, but most people know not. Sister Tranisa.
Section 4, the doom. And Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. And on the day when the hour comes to pass, on that day will the followers of falsehood perish. And thou wilt see every nation kneeling down. Every nation will be called to its record. This day you are requited for what you did. This is our record that speaks against you with truth. Surely we wrote what you did. Then as to those who believed and did good, their Lord will admit them to his mercy. That is the manifest achievement. And as to those who disbelieved, were not my messages recited to you? But you were proud and you were a guilty people. And when it was said, surely the promise of Allah is true and the hour, there is no doubt about it. You said, we knew not what the hour is. We think it only a conjecture, and we are not at all sure. And the evil of what they did will become manifest to them, and that at which they mocked will encompass them. And it will be said, this day we forsake you, as you neglected the meeting of this day of yours. And your abode is the fire, and you have no helpers. That is because you made the messages of Allah a jest, and the life of this world deceive you. So on that day they shall not be taken out of it, nor shall they be granted goodwill. So praise be to Allah, the Lord of the heavens and the Lord of the earth, the Lord of the worlds. And to him belongs what belongs greatness in the heavens and the earth, and he is the mighty, the wise. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Surely God's word is the truth.
Praise be to Allah. We have completed part number 25. Press the number 1 if you have anything that you would like to share that stood out to you. Press the number 1 if you have anything that you would like to share that stood out to you. Quran. Let's start with Sister Yolanda.
I would like to comment on Surah 42, Ayat 14. And they were not divided until after knowledge had come to them out of envy among themselves, and had not a word gone forth from thy Lord for an appointed term. The matter will surely have been judged between them, and those who were made to inherit the book after them are surely in disquieting doubt about it. And what comes to mind at this point in time is how the minister has been told to be silent. We have the book. I have the book. I have been given the knowledge, and I continue to delve into more law knowledge, as in being on the power call, going to my Friday night study groups, and on Wednesdays midweek lectures. For me, it's a constant reminder of how I should be conducting myself. Trials will befall me. Nevertheless, I have a book that has been given. I have the teachings. And in my constant study, what is my behavior now that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is not publicly speaking? So I strive to be mindful of all that I am studying and putting practical application to the word, because stuff is going to come. Things are going to happen. Just because the minister isn't speaking publicly Am I not to listen to the word now? Should I not continue to carry out, regardless if he's present, not present, speaking, not speaking? So with this knowledge that I'm attaining, I will continue to strive forward and do good. It's hard sometimes not to be evil because people try you. But sometimes I act like a child and I get to stomping and pouting and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And I don't do it. And I'm going to continue to remain that way and stay in what has been given to me until it becomes muscle memory. And I don't even have to think about, should I respond? Should I not respond? I'm going to just do what naturally I should be doing because I was created to think and do right. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. All right, I don't see anybody else. That's actually what I wanted to bring up as well, because that was mentioned twice. So you see it in Surah 42 and 14, and they did not become divided until after knowledge had came to them out of rebellious envy among themselves. Then you see in 45 and 17, and they did not differ except after knowledge had came to them out of transgression among themselves, or envy among themselves. And that's interesting because context is at that time is talking about the people of the book, the Jews and the Christians, who were given divine scriptures and they was given the knowledge. But it says out of rebellious envy among themselves. So they had the truth, but was still divided. They had the truth, but was still envy. So that's what broke them up. So it wasn't the knowledge, it was the ignorance of not having knowledge, but it was the ignorance of not realizing what envy really is, because there's an article in the Final Call that talks about how to uproot envy. The ignorance really of what God has done for you. There's an article I encourage us all to read about the uproot of envy. And it talks about when we are grateful for what Allah has done for us and what he's doing for us, and we want for our brother what we want for ourselves, it helps remove the envy. So they were still divided after knowledge. So is that telling us that knowledge isn't enough? Because it was pride, it was envy, ego that makes one divided. So at that time, they started competing and arguing, twisting the religion to suit their personal agendas. So the problem is not lack of knowledge. It was what they did after they knew. See, that's something. Because we can read, we can go to study group, we can go to the mob, we can go to the church, we can read our books. But knowledge ain't enough if there's a disease of the heart. So let's look at some of the lessons here. So basically, it's possible to know the truth and still fall apart, because knowledge alone isn't enough. If we're not sincere in humility, people will use the knowledge as a weapon. We'll weaponize the knowledge. So we must learn to stay humble when we learn, when we grow in knowledge, when we get knowledge. Don't let knowledge make us arrogant. It should soften our heart. Avoid envy in leadership or success. Just because somebody else is being used by Allah doesn't mean you're less. He may accept his gift, but it doesn't mean that he's rejecting you as a person. This is the problem with Cain and Abel. He's thinking he's rejecting him. He's just accepting the gift of Abel. So envy divided them. Envy. And we got to look up this definition of envy then. Let's look up this definition of envy. The definition of envy. A feeling of discontented or resentful, longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck. Desire to have a quality, possession, or other desirable attribute belonging to someone else. Ooh, look at that. Then Webster says the meaning of envy is painful or resentful awareness of an advantage enjoyed by another, joined with the desire to possess the same advantage. So you want what someone else have. The feeling that you wish you had something that someone else has. So when we talk about how to uproot in the final call paper, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, well, I ain't worried about, well, it's not that I ain't worried about. I'm more happy for what Allah is doing for you, because then that's an example of what he can then do for me. So that's one of the things that stood out to me because it mentioned it twice. It was not knowledge. So I think about those in business. I think about those in organizations. You think about all the organizations that has failed. Was it the lack of knowledge? You got supreme wisdom, right? What causes it to fall? Was it the lack of knowledge or something else? In some of our fallouts, was it the knowledge or was it envy? And the minister says, Allah says it was envy. So let's go to Brother Daniel.
Yes, sir. I was looking at the parts in the reading that discuss how when we get blessed by Allah, we begin to think that it was because of us, or we forget the God once he gets us across. I think that ties into some of the points that I did, Sister Yolanda raising, that you raising there, brother. We become so self-seeking, so self-advantageously driven. We really are not concerned with the whole. It's all about me, myself, and I. I remember the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan said that none of us did anything by ourselves. Somebody has always helped us to get where we are, but then Allah says in the Holy Quran, and they get there and lo, they set up gods with God. Of course, it's talking about the Supreme Being, but what about the God within the individual that put it on their heart to help us get where we are? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan warned us not to use Islam like a warm blanket. We only put it on when it's cold. This is something that we have to strive to get over because, nobody likes somebody who's only there when they need something. Then once you get what you need, you know where to be found. And when a person needs you, you know where to be found. Now, Allah's above need of all of us. He don't need none of us. It is his love for us. So he says in the Holy Quran that he don't have a helper because of need or because of weakness. So this is something that your brother is learning to not be like. It takes a lot of pain and affliction and setbacks and disappointment to realize that it's best to keep Allah on the mind 24/7. I can remember when Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that if Allah left him for a fraction of a second, you would see a walking fool. And we're talking about the exalted Christ. So certainly none of us can afford for the God to leave us for a fraction of a second And we need to strive to understand that all good that we have is from him. And as he said, all misfortune is from that which your own hands have wrought. So that's all, family. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sister Gina?
Assalamu alaikum. And just to add on to what has been being said, yes, we have the knowledge, but it goes so much deeper than that. It goes within ourselves. And if we don't prepare ourselves and heal ourselves, as they say, it starts at home. If we don't take care of ourselves first, we can't help anybody else. This Ramadan has been the most challenging for me because of how I came into it with the death of my mother, and feeling that because of Islam, that I understand death a lot better, and I was okay, but I wasn't. Because Allah led me. He led me to go get audited for the pain of my mother. And the day that I was getting audited, that morning I woke up at 5 a.m. screaming and hollering and calling out to Allah and crying through my prayer. Because I needed that. I had not released. I had not grieved. So it starts at home. And I just thank the minister for putting us on this tool with Dynetics, because it's so paramount. And when the brother was speaking of pain, I just like to read a little something. It says, because I'm actually doing a course called Self-Analysis. And the previous chapter that I just read, chapter 5, it talks about pain. And it says an organism is suppressed towards death by accumulated pain. Pain is one great sweeping shock, brings about immediate death. Pain in small doses over lifetime gradually suppresses the organism to death. So what is pain? Pain is the warning of loss. So we have to understand what we're feeling, what we're going through. And like Brother Ben said, when we looked up envy, one of the things in Dynetics is that we never go past a word that we don't understand. And sometimes we don't even realize it. But a lot of times if you're reading something or studying something, you start getting sleepy-like, that means that there's something you don't understand. So go back over that and see what it is. And then expound on it, investigate, and see, where you're lacking. And I just thank him so much, because after going through that auditing session, my tone scale came so much higher. And I could start feeling myself again. I didn't realize how much I had put into my mom and left out of myself until she transitioned. May Allah be pleased with her. And then I was like, well, where am I? Who am I? What am I? I didn't know. It's like a brick wall was in front of me. And I thank the minister for introducing us to Dynetics. And it let me realize, because I kept saying, Allah, what do I need to do? And he knows how much I love our people. And with that, it let me know, this is what I need to do. I gave my word as bond to help and be an auditor, which I am. And I hadn't since my mom got sick. I put myself so much into her, I neglected what I was supposed to do. So now I'm back on course and I'm getting myself back together. I audited for the first time last week with another sister. And this was in Orlando, Florida, which is where I'm striving to move to. And they already want me on staff there. So, Allah will show you. I didn't even know that they was thinking about me like that. And they came to me and asked me. And they asked me to be staff for the public. They want me to run the public Dynetics department. And I'm like, whoa. And I asked. And I'm glad, because I feel so much better. And I feel so content and at peace when I'm helping. So that's where I think I'm losing my thought. That's why I think that what my purpose is supposed to be is to help, because when I walk around Philadelphia, which is where I'm currently, and I see all the stuff that's going on and what I've learned, not just from the teachings, I see how much turmoil and pain and everything that our people are in, and who's going to help them, even down to the children. Hear about how children are getting killed every day by other children. It's crazy. This world needs so much, and it's up to us as helpers to do as much as we can within our community so that our people can survive. Again, as I said, I believe Allah is doing what he's doing is because he's forcing us to unite and to look inside ourselves and step up where we're supposed to be. We're the original people of this earth, and we need to be there and act like it. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother Craig.
Wow. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I was just thinking about what you were saying about that envy, man. It takes me back to the very, very beginning, just like that Iblis disease. First thing he thought when God said that, showed him Adam, was, man, I'm better than him. You see what you made in me? I'm far better than him. And I don't think that was envy at first. I think that was pride. And then it turns into envy. All of that kind of goes together. It's that pride, and it's a disease, man. And it took a whole third of the angelic host with it. And because, a lot of folks, and I'm trying to, so it is above and so it is below. It's the same thing that happens with man, with people. We forget. When you was talking about gratitude, I think it's very, very important to create a knee-jerk reaction to writing gratitude lists. Because sometimes we get a lot ungrateful, and you write at the bare minimum gratitude list is my heart is beating. I got a roof over my head. I ate today. I had food today. The smallest of things, because in writing something that I'm grateful to God for, it shows me that other people don't have. Some people don't have all of this. And it's a thing to be grateful to God and that he created me. He created me, uniquely created me with all the love that he had. You know what I mean? And looking at other people, and you say, man, he created them too. With that same type of love. Uniquely, but with that same type of love. And it's like, say you doing things, say I have an expertise in something. And someone else comes up and they have the same expertise. This person is unique. I could never, I'll do it the standard way like he does it or she does it, but I can never do it like them, and I have to accept that. And not to always look at them, what is my own unique quality that God gave me? I can serve the people and be useful to the people with my unique quality. They'll be unique. They'll serve and be useful to the people with their unique quality. So I have to be happy with what God created. It ain't what I didn't create myself. This is what God created, and all he's asking us to help me love his people. Help me love on his people, marvel at his people. Praise, not praise, but so much encourage his people. And I never understood envy. For me. That never ever was a problem to me. So I can't have compassion. I don't have too much compassion for it because I always look at other people and I'm my man, you cold in what you do. But that don't mean that I ain't cold. It never meant that I'm not cold in what I do. You know what I'm saying? It never meant that to me. And I don't have any kind of compassion for it. I try, but I never ever looked at other people and thought that, man, I don't like him because he can do that. First things first, do I even want to do that? Right? Do I even want to do what he do? And if so, my thing is I'll go straight to that person and ask him how you do it. If I really want to do it, because now I got to think, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to be like that person. I don't want what he has. But if I do desire anything that he has, I don't want his, I want mine for myself. So I'll go ask him, how did he do that? And he probably got the red one and I wanted the green one. And so that's just I call it now I'm calling it the Iblis disease. Instead of helping God love on the people that he created, He gets selfish, and there's some selfishness in it, and some pride in it, and this arrogance in it, and this big babyism in it. Why you get him that? Why should I love him? Look how you made me. Like I'm the only person that God created. And that's a lot that's happening in this world. And I think the invention of social media has enhanced, that defect in man, in the human condition. Is enhanced times 10, because now we can see everybody. And yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for letting me share.
Yes, sir, Sister Fatima.
Oh, yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, family. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Oh, okay. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak, and thank you for letting me share. And hopefully, pray to Allah that everyone's Ramadan is going successful. I did want to share that for those who participated in the prayer for the minister on yesterday, we did get notice that the minister's procedure was successful and he's doing fine. Wanted to share that first and foremost. And, thank you to everyone who's already shared before me. And what really stood out to me is ayat 45, Surah 45, section 2, and ayat 15. So it says, whoever does good, it is for himself, and whoever does evil, it is against himself. Then to your Lord you will be brought back. And then it goes on down. It says, or do those on, ayat number 21, it says, or do those who do evil deeds think that we shall make them as those who believe and do good, their life and their death being equal? Evil is what they judge. And starting with 15, where it says whoever does good it is for himself, and whoever does evil, it is against himself. That just kind of jumped out to me, because in lieu of what we're going through right now with the president, the current president, who's put out this thing for segregation, and thinking about that, and how Allah uses an individual to bring about what his desires is, and how we've been taught to separate for all these years, and we've not wanted to separate it, how we've not wanted to separate, because we felt some kind of way about separation. So here, this individual, Allah is using him to bring about separation. And how, looking at that, even though he thinks that that's doing something, evil against someone else, he's only doing evil against himself, or, those who are in agreement with him, simply because segregation is not going to hurt us, and we have to know that, and be strong and stand strong on that square, and understand that segregation is the best thing that's about to happen, if that's what's Allah's plan. So that's not going to hurt us, and we're totally, as a people, if you listen to the people talking, we're totally in a whole different mind space about that issue alone, and which is a good thing, because so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have been teaching us to separate for a long time, a very long time. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan has come and continued to teach us to separate, not in the sense of in a negative separation, but to separate so that we can build our own, so that we can have our own banks, so we can have our own businesses, and how we can love and respect ourselves and love and respect each other. And when we walk into our community, we're proud of that community and we protect one another and we look out for one another. And where that's been looked upon as a bad thing in the past, that's a good thing. So his coming and thinking that where it says in the verse, whoever does good, it is for himself, and whoever does evil, it is against himself. So really, segregation, that's against himself. And although he thinks that he's doing something against someone else, he's really being used by Allah to do something against himself, because that's not going to I don't think, well, I don't, it's not that I don't think, I know that's not going to go the way that he thinks it's going to go, or anyone else along with him thinks it's going to go. So I just wanted to, that just kind of jumped out to me, because we think a lot of times that when we're doing things, you know, not me personally, but you know, I'm guilty of it, because we're all have done things that we should not do, but yet when we decide to change, when we make up our minds and we change, we do it. And as the same way during Ramadan, when you decide you're not going to eat, you're not going to eat. You're not going to drink, you're not going to drink. You do the things that you make up your mind about. So when we do things that's against other people, we don't realize that's not against those people, that person, or anything other situation. That evil really is against ourselves, and that's why we should make up our minds not to do evil, not to allow that devil inside of us to rule, or that iblis to become alive. We must do according to the heart of Allah in us, and continue to connect to that center where Allah is within us. So I just wanted to share that. That just kind of stood out to me. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem. I want to read something really quick from our final call. If you can. Okay, there we go. Check this out. The minister is saying here, no, maybe this is Brother Jabril. Envy is sneaky. It wears many faces or disguises. Have you ever considered that it is all but impossible to depict a person posing by him or herself in a picture in a manner that tells any viewer that the person is envious? If you were to draw an envious person, how would that person look? Why is it so hard? The reason is due to the fact that envy in a person cannot be detected apart from that person's relation to the one he or she envies. Envy is an emotion that is directed towards another. Without the other, a target, a victim, envy cannot happen. You can show fear, happiness, anger, or grief, for example, far more easily than you can show envy in such as pictures or sculptures. It is not easy to portray the state of mind of a person who despises another for having a reputation or for having some skill which the envier not only lacks due to some degree, but will rejoice at the other's loss of such assets, though that loss would not mean a gain for the envier. See that? That's some wicked stuff there, man. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said an envious person is the worst kind of person because he will kill you. He don't even gain anything. She don't even gain anything by you losing it. They just don't want you to have it. Ain't that something? Man, an envious person is the worst kind of person because he will kill you. Your existence, look at this now. Your existence is a burden to him or her. The fact that you just living and existing, being you, growing, being favored. You didn't do nothing to that person. Abel didn't do nothing to Cain. But you just showcasing some favor. Your existence gets at them every day because you have something that they don't have. They desire you. They desire to have something, but not just desire to have something you have. They desire you not to have it. So we got to be very careful now. That was Abel's brother. Now, got to be very careful who's around us, man. 'Cause you never know. You never know. Because it's not detected like anger. It's not detected like grief, sadness, happiness. So protect yourselves. Let's go to Brother Latrell. Going once.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I get first person, second person, third person, right? The Creator made Eve to host the spirit for Adam, and Adam needed a voice to be created for him. So I think God used a woman to host the spirit to show him like he wasn't in control of nothing. It had to happen to him so he can teach the children. And to find a friend in the garden that made a mistake like you made, it had to be love. It had to be energy for Adam to get up and raise his voice so that God can present him with more kids, because without trust, you have nothing. And without faith, you're not able to see who you was created to be. And I don't know if that's understandable for people.
You went out. You're super low now. Your audio going out.
I'm so sorry.
We can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I was saying you have to have patience. And once you have patience, you learn better. You learn better not only from yourself, you learn better from your environment. You have to get your environment in a place where you're able to learn. And you don't have quiet silence where you can hear. How can you be creative? You can't. And that's all I want to share.
Yes, sir. Brother Antone?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
No, I think about in one of the parts where it's an ayah and it say that the remembrance of Allah is the greatest force to help us guard against evil. And today it was a part that said, do they not know that we hear their secret counsels and their secrets? So I think what's key, and it falls into the study guides, self-development is the basis to help us develop the community or build the community. So it all boiled down to us really on a personal level having a personal relationship with Allah and reaching the point where we understand within that every thought we have and every feeling that we have, Allah is aware of it. And once we grow into that understanding, I think we'll deal better at facing ourselves and really dealing with ourselves and going in on ourselves so that we could uproot and grow up out of whatever flaws or weaknesses, or whether it's envy or jealousy or self-hate, in order for us to face that. Because I reflect on myself, and when I started studying when I was like 19, 20 years old, I was thinking that because I'm getting knowledge or I'm gaining new information and learning things that I didn't know before, that I'm growing and I'm developing, until I start realizing that I keep falling into the same negatives, or I keep failing the same tests. I keep falling victims to this or that. And then at that point, I begin to realize that, nah, you could learn, study, read, remember all you want to, but until you really get into yourself and understand what you went through as a young child, what you done experienced, your weaknesses, your strengths, until you really go into really understanding yourself and really, really looking in the mirror and seeing what area you need to grow in, what you need to develop, then you're not gonna ever be where you need to be at. But it go back to what I initially said, that the remembrance of Allah is the greatest force to help us guard against evil. So imagine if you got a community of people where they really, really going within and really facing themselves, but doing this because they trying to bring the best about themselves and uproot the negatives. That's the only way we're gonna be able to bring about the kingdom of God, because we all, each as individuals, got to go inside and have that inner jihad, that inner struggle, to where we overcome our negatives. Because a lot of us, we walking around with, I say, the root cause of envy of another person's qualities or their gifts is self-hate. Because it's impossible for me to really be loving myself and appreciate myself and the talents Allah gave me, and then turn around and envy or hate on somebody else for what they manifesting or what they showing or bringing about of what Allah has done for them. So it's rooted in self-hate, and we gotta grow to love ourselves. Because other than that, you got a whole community of people walking around with self-hate, and all that's being bounced off each other. So this dude got self-hate, he got self-hate, she got self-hate, we all got self-hate, but we masking it. We masking it with the knowledge that we learning, but we really not facing it. So until we really, really look in the mirror and be bold enough to do that, we're not gonna get nowhere. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Brother Anthony?
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ben.
Wa alaikum salam.
And family, Ramadan Mubarak. I was looking at some of the similarities in the verses as it dealt with Pharaoh, and also one of the verses, I believe it's in the drought. Is it the drought? Let's see here. It talked about warning the mother town, and then it talked about warning the mother town, and also then it also talked about for the children of Israel, this is a blessing for the children of Israel. And then another verse, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing, I'm not giving you the ayats, but it talked about Pharaoh, and he was speaking from this power sense of his authority, and he says something about you see how these rivers lead to me. And I was just wanted to just highlight the similarities to Pharaoh, and how the modern Pharaoh, whom with modern Pharaoh, which is that president, it's 1600. He sits right before right off the Potomac River, and then you have the children of Israel. And then the Quran talks about the warning of the mother town, which is the mother of towns, would be a capital. When you look up the definition, it's like a capital of a nation or a town. It would be the big city, or So those are some of the similarities that I was seeing in the reading today, and that was all I wanted to just say. Thank you, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. I actually see up next being Brother Lakio is who I see next.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So on day 25 of this Ramadan, my first ever, the whole envy thing. I'm a drug addict in recovery. Been clean for 3 years, but I feel like I've killed my envy after my second year of being clean, back to being kind of sound mind, being able to notice certain triggers and things like that. And I took envy and I kind of, I guess, replaced it or whatever, put the word vulnerable instead of envy. And when I say vulnerability, I say in a positive way, not taking advantage way or no backbone, but I feel like you have to be vulnerable to overcome the whole envy part. I don't know if that makes sense, but just the auditing meditation, just doing an inventory of self and learning that being mindful of Allah is this Ramadan is kind of like the 12 steps, I feel like, but more in depth to where I'm understanding that, I'm God essence, and I have to think now as, I'm recognizing the signs, seeing the signs. Like last night, I was listening to on the power call, the Brother Nuri, and we got to the very end where you ended up playing Ex Niggas by Brother Young Condemning, and he, the number to get the song, I texted it, and I ended up getting a phone call from him, and it's like, I can't ignore none of the signs. I can't ignore anything where I have to be vulnerable to it, to where I can't be going back, being envy, or I don't know if this makes sense, but this journey, what Young Khan Don told me, he was like, this is your transition. This is your Ramadan is your this is your transition of everything you went through. You've been clean. You don't this is where you're at. So I don't know. I just wanted to say, I think for the whole envy thing, if we can just be vulnerable to an extent to we I don't know. The whole Iblis thing, that I didn't even know that was a person or whatever you want to call it. And I still don't recognize it because I feel like I said I killed my envy a long time ago and replaced it with being vulnerable. So I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there, and I'm still in my journey, and I'm blessed. All praises to Allah. Thank you.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations, brother. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Let's go to Brother Daniel. Praise be to Allah. Look at that, man. Brother Daniel?
Yes, sir. Yep. All praises due indeed. Congratulations, great brother. Envy, that topic is that's a heavy topic. And I know the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan said that an envious person is a hater of God. It's rough. It's a characteristic that has no redeemable characteristics in it. A human being got to go straight to the God to overcome that, because most of the time, oftentimes, based on what Brother Ben just read, the envious person only can show forth that envy within the presence of that person. And from my study, the person that's envy always has something that they can help that person with. It's like envying your spotter. You land on the bench and your spotter try to help you lift weights and you hate him or her because they lifting that which you can't lift yet, but this person trying to help you get there. It's really a sick disease, because I mean Judas, he wanted Jesus' spot. He envied Jesus, and Jesus tried to help him overcome this, but there was nothing Jesus did in love to help this person. So he had to do what he had to do. It just makes me think about the reading in the Holy Quran where we talk about the mortal and people getting distant or caught up because they can't accept wisdom coming through a mortal. God is a man. We all have some mortality to us, but we have something that is immortal that moves on forever. And if we get stuck in the mortality of who's trying to help us and think that this person is not qualified to help us, then we really get messed up. I often think on the beginning part and the ending part of this powerful power call, where the minister said, Brother Ben, I don't know if he said heck of a program or something to that nature, but he said, Brother Ben tells the people about the minister. So here's a man directing the people to that which changed his life. It would be a disease of heart to envy a brother who's doing such a work where he's trying to get people to be their best selves. You know, only the study of what we have received from God through the two messiahs and a study of self would help, because none of us are strong enough to bring to this study all that's needed to really delve into self. So the minister said we circle up in groups because we have to have a group chewing or matrication, because he said we got to bring all of our experience to our study. That's a lot of work. It's very hard to look at the full part of a human being and bring all that to the study. So when you hear a cue from somebody else in the group, it sparks a thought. Then that thought sparks a deeper thought, and then maybe we can change from that group study. So it's really bad to envy, because we would never grow, because we would never accept God coming through each and every one of us. Thank you, fam.
Yes, sir. Well, man, we've been on this thing almost 2 hours, so thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for listening. I want to shout out those who support your power call Let's look and see. Shout out to Brother Daniel Muhammad for your support. Let me see if I'm missing anybody else. Shout out to Mind Elevation Clothing. Shout out to Mind Elevation Clothing. Yep, that's it. Thank you too for your support. If you would like to support, you can go to www.thepowercall.net, and at the very top, that is where you can support. I also want to let you guys know, once again, we do have a e-course, email course that's available for you guys. We just launched publicly our BWF University. We did it privately about a year ago. Now we have made some adjustments and launched it privately for as low as $7.99. That's literally 2 cents a day. You can tap into our programs. There's many more programs that we're adding. You're going to get a new program every 2 weeks, because what we learned is everybody doesn't want to build a course. Everybody doesn't want to do a product. You may just want to get paid off doing videos without having to be a big influencer. You may want to build a virtual assistant agency so that you're not doing everything yourself. So I have other coaches who are dropping their programs inside because everybody doesn't do one thing. So, man, I'm looking forward to your progress and just your growth, man, and being able to do for self and not have to be dependent, 100% dependent on your job. So let me drop in the comment section the free e-course I would love for you all to participate in. And this is just sort of, it's called Smart Money Moves. And it gives you, because we can talk, you guys obviously make money if you pay bills. So what if that's you working money on your job, making money on your job or elsewhere. It's not always how much you can make. It's about how much you can keep and how you manage it. So if you know you need help with some strategies on how to multiply it, some strategies on how to manage it better, that link that I just put in the chat for you guys will be able to help you guys out. It's a 6-day email course, so stay tuned to your emails. And yeah, I think it's going to be very beneficial. And I would love y'all feedback on it inside of the community. Those of y'all who already opted in and been reading the emails. How many of y'all been getting the emails? I know the first time I dropped it, some of you guys already opted in. Have y'all been reading the emails that's been coming to you guys every day? Those of y'all who did opt in the first day that I dropped the link, have y'all been reading the actual emails that's been coming to you? Sister Gina, press number 1. Is that you saying yes, or you want to say something?
Oh, I meant to say yes, not number 1. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, Brother Lakil got him. Okay, great. Brother Craig got him. Great. Cool. So, yeah, make sure y'all read those. And not just read them, but apply them, man. I mean, there's apps in there, ways that where you can track your income, your expenses, like really make it easy on yourself. So when y'all read it, we give you guys daily action steps for you guys to take to kind of over time, you know, implement systems and things in there for your money. Because at the end of the day, whether if you join BWF and learn how to get skills and make money on the side or make money online, or you just get a great paying job, at the end of the day, we got to learn how to manage whatever's coming in, especially if we wasn't taught how to do it. So you're going to have to learn either the easy way or the hard way, either way. So I'm just trying to give you guys an easier way from knowledge from those who already has experience what some of us are experiencing and not knowing how to manage, okay? So thank y'all for listening, and I will see you guys, inshallah, in the morning. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak, and have a blacktastic day.
Is Brother Ben here? Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister. And Ben tells them about the minister.